So with the reverse grid, we're going to be starting out this race in 10th place. Now this is going to be a much faster race than the previous one. If Los Lagoons is the longest track, Buffalo Hill, I suppose Buffalo Hill Mini is probably the shortest, but this is Buffalo Hill Club, which is also fairly short. So Buffalo Hill Club circuit, 24 laps. We need to beat both Michael Palazzola and Farid Hashim and honestly get fastest lap in order to stand a chance at winning this series. Oh man, I didn't realize how grim this was looking. It's close though, it's close. So if we get first place and we get fastest lap, we will tie. However, if Farid does not get second, then we have a chance to actually win it full out. So the places I'm going to need to watch out for here. Turn 1, Carnage. Turn 2, Carnage. The chicane, car pileups, because the AI have a big problem with this chicane. So if I can just avoid damage, we should be good. So turn 1, we got to really watch ourselves, because these AI are going to accordion up just like that, and we want to squeak through as unscathed as possible. We took enough damage to bring down a city. No, we really didn't. That was okay. Oh, hard in the brakes there. That's the kind of stuff you want to avoid. These AI don't know what the brake is. They use each other as brakes. They use me as brakes. They use walls as brakes pretty often. Well, we got Palazzola behind us. Oh, gosh. Intanon? Bro, you gotta... They have trouble on these dirt hairpins, honestly, in this chicane. Oh, man. Some of these guys are going to have to take some extra pit stops. Yep, there goes Farid. That is good for us. Galanis, easy pass with all the damage he's got. And we're already into 4th place. This is looking great so far. We just need to keep it clean. And after 3 completed laps, let's see where our fuel is at. Granted, lap 1 was not run very hard. So we're doing about, I'd say about 20 fuel per 3 laps. So if we multiply that by 8, as 3 times 8 is 24, then we're going to need to do, what's 20 times 8? Ugh. I like to call this driver's calculus, and hear me out. As you are driving and focusing on what you're doing, simple math becomes exponentially more difficult, right? So I'm having trouble figuring out what, I don't even remember what the problem was. 8 times 20, is that it? Okay, so 8 times 4, no, sorry, 20 times 4 is 80. So we need 160 fuel total, which means we could do a 1-stop. We'll see how our tires hold out. Honestly, we're almost to 8 laps already, and tires are looking good. And I'm not catching these guys, so I think the fewer stops, the better. I don't think the track is long enough that trying to pit for pace is worth it. It sounded like someone's in the pits. I don't know who that was. So that's driver's calculus. I believe they should teach it in schools. It needs to be added to elementary curriculums everywhere. Moving on. Our next goal is to catch Diaz. I am getting a little closer. I need to focus up here and get my apexes a little bit tighter, and then I think I'll have her by the time we pit. That could be cleaned up. That's decent, but could probably be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I think we're good on tires. We're going to push to 12 laps, do the 1-stop strat. This is the turn that really, yeah, there we go. They don't do this turn well. They take it really slowly, which honestly, maybe that's smart. It's safer. If I could just get out of the dirt clean. I lose traction there. Feathering it. Now if we can get past Diaz here, great. Oh, she's into us. He's into us. They are into us. He, she are into us. Marco is probably a man's name. But what do I know? Okay, not this time by, but next lap we are going to want to pit. Ooh, that was okay for our angle of entry into that turn. That was okay. I think I overcorrect there coming out of that chicane just to make sure I don't clip the tire barrier, because it is a solid tire barrier. And it would probably be detrimental to our race if we hit it. And I overcorrect every time. Makes it hard to close gaps. Maya Sofer in first. That is interesting. I honestly don't know where she is in the standings. I don't think she's that high. I could be wrong, though. We're going to pit this time. Looks like they're staying out, so we're probably going to get an undercut here. There's no way they can do a no-stopper. There's absolutely no way. We're going to get way too much fuel, but that's okay. Better safe than sorry. We needed about 80 fuel to be safe. Oh, so glad we avoided that traffic. That could have been... Oof. I don't even want to think about how gnarly that could have been to get through. Okay, see, with tires, I can do that dirt just fine. There's a little bump that if you take it sideways like I've been doing, it's really gnarly. Okay, we didn't quite get the full undercut, but we did get one place from it. And we should be able to get past Sofer very easily, just like that. Now, as long as we keep the chicanes clean. Now I'm overthinking it. As long as we keep that chicane clean, we should be good to go. We do not have fastest lap. Farid does still hold it. So if he is able to somehow get second place still, we will not beat him. We will not beat him outright. We'll tie for first. And in my experience, the game tends to just put you in second place if that's what happens. So, what's up with that, huh? Riddle me this. Make it make sense, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, there's enough dirt here that I think there's plenty of place where I can fix mistakes and probably pass that fastest lap of his. I think I hit the apex way too early on that turn. Maybe that's my problem. There it is. We did it. Excuse me. And being so late in the race, I can't imagine anyone should be able to beat that. I think Farid's been holding that for a while, although I totally haven't been paying attention, so who can say? Yeah, I think slowing up there just a little bit instead of going full speed into that turn is probably better. Feather that one. There we go. Now we just got to bring this home. God, it feels good to finally be out in front. It has not really happened all season for the entire series. And we did it by lap 16 this time. Starting from the back of the grid. Now, to be fair, to play devil's advocate here, this track might be one of the worst for the AI, which I did not think about going into this season, into this series. It wasn't my intention to have a cheap victory in the last race. But I'll be honest, I'm not upset about it. I'm really not. I'm pretty happy. I cannot complain. I think for the next series, we're going to do a longer one. What I wanted to do was do a short one as a bit of a warm-up. What I'm really looking forward to doing is when the next patch comes out, there will be, I'm assuming, there should be a new car. Don't know what that car is, but I've seen it. If you've seen the video on my channel, you've seen it. When that car comes out, I want to do a series with that car. They have said they're supposed to be releasing a new car. I think they said and track every quarter. They may have said or, but I'll have to check. I believe it was and track every quarter. So with that being the case, we're coming up on the end of Q1. That new car is coming soon. Farid is in second. How did this happen? How did this happen? I'm so upset. Let me finish what I was saying. So if a new track comes out, we definitely want to include that in the next series. Definitely going to be using the new car. But I wanted to get practice creating a series before we got to that point so that I could do it quickly when it came out. Just because it's going to be fun. Now, back to this Farid situation. If this is how we finish, then we should tie, right? We should tie for first, or for set. Yeah, first. Yeah, for first. I'm actually going to break here. Give people a little more time to maybe pass him. They didn't. He was lapping people. Wow. We tied. What the heck? Oh, he did improve on his fastest lap, too. Dang. Huh. Well. Farid Hashim. Dang, man. He just did so well in the first race of the season. I couldn't make up the difference. Oh, look at that. It did give us first place. I'm honestly surprised. In the GPs that you do the single player sort of quote unquote campaign mode, every time I have tied with the AI, I have not gotten the place that we tied for. So that's really cool. But yeah, I guess we share the championship. All right. Well, there you have it.